Hello everyone. If you like this audiobook and want to listen to more, please consider subscribing. And if you like this video, like it as well, that it enjoy.
Chapter 1. System, Raccoon City, inside R.P.D. Station. Inside the main hall of the R.P.D. station, the figure of Leon S. Kennedy could be seen sitting on the sofa. His face was grimy, and his eyes were filled with panic. Just a bit away from him, the dead body of the zombified officer Marvin was lying with a bullet hole in its head. "What the fuck is going on?" he muttered, disbelief clear in his tone. You may be wondering why Leon S. Kennedy was so panicked. And the simple answer to that is he was not Leon Kennedy at all. Well, he was Leon, but not this Leon. He was just an average guy that coincidentally shared the same name as Leon. He had just finished watching his favorite YouTuber play Resident Evil Requiem and was so happy that he choked on water and died miserable. He thought it was the end for him, but when he opened his eyes again, he was here in the Raccoon City police station in the middle of a zombie apocalypse as the man, the myth, the legend Leon S. Kennedy. Now you may be wondering if he was Leon, then why he was even worried. And to answer that, you dumb child, it's not a game anymore. Everything here is as real as it could get. Meaning he could not combine random gunpowder to craft ammo or even the magic drugs for random plants he found. Heck, if I got one small bite, it was over for him. Even when he got the memories of Leon, it could hardly make any difference. Well, from the memories he did get the knowledge and experience of a rookie cop, Leon, so maybe it was not that bad. Just when he thought it was over for him, he heard a voice in his mind, and at the same time a holographic screen appeared in front of him. Ding. Host detected, system activated. Let's go. My cheat is finally here. Leon was practically jumping like a kid. He could finally survive. Status, Leon yelled, excitement clear in his tone. Chill, Fab, I don't have that feature. Huh, a surprised voice left Leon's mouth. System, you can actually talk. What, you thought just because I am a system I can't speak up? It's 2026, don't assume things. Leon blinked once, then twice. And after some time he replied, still a bit confused, okay. This system didn't match the description of a system he had, but it was fine as long as it could help him. System, what do you mean you don't have a status? Leon questioned. What did you not understand about that? I don't have it means I don't have it. Okay, Leon said, still confused. So what can you do? Now that is a better question. Here is a list of what I can do. With that, the text in the system screen changed. Growth skill, with every kill your body improves. Note, the growth skill only improves the host's physically body, so it is advised that the host focus more to improve his mental strength. Shop system feature allows you to buy shit like weapons, food, magic drugs, etc. for system points SP. The weapon bot form the system shop can be upgraded and repaired with the help of SP. SP can be obtained by kill or by special quests the system will issue. Case character perk, as Leon, you get a case to store the shit you loot. You loot goblin. PSSs can be upgraded to be bigger. After all, the bigger the better. Case. The thing you buy from the system can be stored in the system space that is independent of the case, and it is also infinite in size. Savior of the Blondes character trait, as Leon you would have an indescribable urge to save blonde women. The saved blondes will at least a crush on you. AN. Timeline is after Leon meets Claire in R.P.D. Chapter 2. John Wick template. After reading everything, Leon was dumbfounded. Oi, what the fuck? What is it, host? Why can't I just put everything in the system storage? Why even bother with the case thing? 'Cause why not? The system replied matter-of-factly. Leon wanted to question more, but he got a feeling he shouldn't, and he still had the apocalypse situation at hand, so he postponed the questions for now. Hey system, don't you have some kind of beginner package or something? Oh, yeah, I almost forgot about that. Seriously, how do you forget something so important? It's basically System 101. Host, you died choking on water. Please shut the fuck up. Like dude, how do you even die by choking on water? Like it's a basic necessity in life. I call your death natural selection. Silence. Absolute silence. Leon didn't say anything, he just stood there. The only thought in his mind was, did the system just roast me? After being cyberbullied by the system, Leon didn't say anything and just waited for the system to give him his beginner package. The system understood that Leon was not going to speak and spoke up. You have a chance to spin a lottery, and whatever you get will be your starter pack. With that, another screen opened in front of Leon. Spin. Yes, no. Suppressing his intuitive thoughts to press no, he clicked on yes. After spinning for a while, it finally stopped. Congratulations, host, you have received the John Wick template. Yes. The joy in Leon's voice could not be expressed in words. After all, it was John fucking Wick, the Baba Yaga. Leon was not stupid to think that John Wick could beat the tyrant or the mutated William Birkin, but with his experience and the growth skill, his chances of survival have more than doubled. Downloading the template, please wait. Leon was broken out of his thoughts by the system prompt. Downloading. Just then a rush of memories flooded into his mind. But there was no pain, just a slight discomfort. After the discomfort faded, Leon checked his current situation. His mind was filled with knowledge of different fighting techniques and how to use different weapons. Not only that, his body had also undergone a change. His muscles were more defined and were pumping with explosive power, and he felt more flexible than ever before. But the most noticeable change he felt was in his eyes. He could see everything with more detail, and his mind was also a lot more focused and active. Leon also felt that his mind-to-body coordination was better than ever. Leon was amazed by this feeling of power, and in his mind he felt maybe, just maybe, he could get out of Raccoon City safely. Chapter 3. First Encounter. Time skip 5 minutes. In these 5 minutes of fucking around with the case skill and learning how to use it properly, Leon was ready to kill some undead ass. Speaking of the case, contrary to what he thought, the system was not stingy about the space. The case was probably the same size as Leon's case from the beginning of RE4. With newfound power and confidence, Leon walked out of the main hall into the reception room. His Matilda in one hand while his other hand held the flashlight and combat knife was in the case. His current goal was simple: find the 3 Madeleines and go through the goddess statue. Leon had played RE2 a few months ago to refresh his memory for RE9. Theo didn't clearly remember all the details, but he still had a rough idea of what he needed to do and about the location of all the weapons and their upgrades. And there was no way he was letting that lighting hawk go. Taking a deep breath to calm himself, Leon got ready to enter the hallway. Theo he had John Wick's memories. This was still his first encounter with something that was pretty much fictional a day ago. Slowly twisting the handle of the door, he opened the door. His heart was pounding. Theo, it was not clear if it was from fear or excitement. Creak. With a creaking that seemed louder than it should be, the door opened. As soon as the door opened, an extremely foul scent hit Leon's nose. The smell of rotting bodies along with the strong smell of blood combined made the air in the hallway almost unbreathable. Leon covered his nose, but it didn't stop the scent. Fucking hell, I was here to fight zombies. I didn't know the smell would be my strongest opponent. Ignoring the smell, Leon took a step into the blood-covered hallway. Groan. On cue, a figure stepped into view from the corner of the hallway. Its movement was sluggish, like it didn't know how to walk properly. Blood covered its mouth and clothes. Yep, that's a zombie all right. The zombie's eyes landed on Leon's figure, and their eyes locked for a month. Roar rrrr. Letting out a roar, the zombie rushed towards Leon. If only that poor fool knew who he was charging into. Seeing the zombie rushing towards him, Leon took aim. Leon had never used a gun in his whole life, so he was a bit nervous. But seeing the zombie rushing towards him, there was not even a bit of worry in his eyes. Instead, his eyes were calm, scanning the zombie's every move. Bang! One clean headshot and the zombie's body fell on the ground lifeless. Leon waited for a few seconds to see if the zombie would wake up. Just when he was about to approach the body to confirm the kill, he felt warmth spreading throughout his body. The warmth disappeared as soon as it appeared, leaving Leon a bit confused. Then it clicked in his mind. Is this the growth skill? Chapter 4. That was cool. Is this the growth skill? Leon's voice was a bit unsure, but the system confirmed his guess. Yes, host. The warmth is the effect of the growth skill taking effect. Hearing this, Leon nodded, but then his expression changed into a frown. Hey system, is there a delay for the skill to take effect? No host, there is no delay. As soon as the zombie died, the skill boosted your physical body. Leon's frown turned into a confused expression. But the warmth only appeared a few seconds after I killed the zombie. Ah, that is because it takes time for the mind to register the warmth, but the improvement would have happened even when the mind had not registered it. Don't sweat it, host. Focus more on the beehive you just pocked. Beehive. Before Leon could question it, he got his answer. From the turning point in the hallway, more zombies flowed out. Their roars and groans suppressed the sound of the rain outside. Well fuck, even when Leon said that, there was not a hint of panic in his tone, just calmness. His eyes scanned over the horde, counting how many there were. 1, 2, 4, 9. Leon counted a total of 9 zombies, but from the sound more were coming. Leon calmly checked his current situation. His Matilda could hold up to 12 shots, including the shot in the chamber. He had fired once, so his Matilda still had 11 shots, so he could afford to miss 2 shots. He also had 2 full magazines in the case, so he was chill for now. Leon knew he could handle a few with his knife, but he would like to avoid close combat if possible. Making his decision, Leon started to fire. Bang bang bang. Bang bang bang. Bang bang bang. Occasionally he checked his back to not get surprised from behind. Leon was like a racist cop shooting minorities. In addition to the first 9 zombies, 2 more zombies had appeared, but they also were gunned down. With every shot, 1 zombie fell, and with every one that died he could feel himself getting stronger. 6 seconds, that's all it took for Leon to wipe out the small horde. Quickly reloading his Matilda, Leon held his ground, waiting for any more zombies to appear. After confirming that no more zombies were coming, he approached the zombie course mountain he had created. Feet. Whistling to himself for that amazing performance, he looked at the dead zombies. They look more terrifying in real life. Passing over the dead zombies, he made his way towards the operation room. Turning the corner, he found more blood and zombies approaching his position, probably attracted by the sound of gunfire. Bang, bang, bang. Making quick work of them, he continued his walk. Bang. On the window a zombified woman was banging her hands on the glass. When she saw Leon, her banging grew louder. Leon came near the window and flipped the zombie off and continued to walk. Soon he reached in front of the operation room. It was surprisingly easy. Opening the door, he immediately regretted his words. As soon as the door opened, a zombie lunged out towards him, its mouth already opened to tear into his flesh. Leon's body moved on instinct. As the zombie's hand approached Leon, he ducked down, dodging the zombie's hug of death. Following the motion, he went past the zombie and kicked it in the back on its ass. The force of the kick made the zombie tumble to the floor on its knees. While the zombie was on the ground, still confused about what was happening, Leon aimed his Matilda. Bang! A gunshot reverberated in the room. With expert precision, Leon blasted the zombie's head. This all happened within the span of 2 seconds. There was not a single wasted movement, as if he had done this a million times. The experience of John Wick was just unmatched for these slow zombies. After that, Leon just stood there, stunned by his move just now. Holy why shit, that was so cool. I was moving like Uncle Leon in my early 20s. Then it finally clicked inside Leon. He was not trapped inside R.P.D with the zombies were trapped in here with him. With that realization a grind appeared on Leon's face, his previous worries gone. Chapter 5. The Boomstick. After stylishly killing that zombie, Leon jumped to the hall from the broken window. Rattle. A fat police zombie was banging on the vending machine for no reason, just like in the game. Bang. A bullet went straight through the zombie's head courtesy of Leon. No stealing as a cop. Leon froze. Huh. The words escaped from his mouth unconsciously. Oh great, I also got his habit of bad one-liners. Sighing to himself, Leon continued his walk to the safety deposit room. His current plan was simple: get the shotgun and think of an actual plan. Regular zombies were no match for him unless he was cornered by a horde. But there was still the risk of Lickers and the big boy Undertaker, aka the Tyrant. There was also Mr. Big Eye, but he was not a problem for now, at least he hoped he was not. Which Leon was thinking about the bosses he would have to face in the future. A bold idea came to his mind. What if I farm all the zombies, zombie dogs, and Lickers in R.P.D, and then maybe, just maybe, I can go toe-to-toe with the Tyrant? Thinking of this insane but plausible plan, Leon decides to go with it. But just then the system chimed in. Host, I would say that would be a good idea, but that might not work. What do you mean? What I mean is that the growth skill boost is 1/5 of the killed target's total current physical strength. So trying to go toe-to-toe with superior specimens like the Tyrant or the virus-infected Williams might not be a good idea. 1/5 only, Why didn't you tell me that before? Because the author just realized that giving a 100% power boost might not be a good idea for the power balance of the world. Oh, that makes sense. I will give him at least 1 point for trying to somewhat balance his shitty work. But still, fuck you, author. After being heavily nerfed by the author and his newly made plans going down the drain, Leon made his way to the safety deposit room to get the boomstick. After reaching the safety deposit room, Leon used the weapon key card to get the shotgun. The shotgun was a classic pump-action shotgun that was based on the Remington Model 870. This should make things easier. Now then, as Leon said that, his head turned to the locked lockers. More specifically, the knife, handgun ammo, and shotgun ammo in the lockers. The hip pouch was basically useless to him due to his case skill. In the game, the player needed to find the 2 buttons and use them to open the locker. From what he could remember, 1 button could be found in a portable case. As for the other one, he had no clue. But this was real life, so violence was always an option. Crack. Using the back of his newly found shotgun, Leon broke the glass of the lockers to grab the ammo and the knife. Thankfully, the glass was not too strong or bulletproof, or it would have been a pain. Shotgun in hand, Leon set out with confidence, his new goal to get the 3 medallions and getting the hell out of R.P.D. ///an. Give me your best one-liners for the bosses. Chapter 6. Liquor. Getting out of the safety deposit room, Leon went straight for the stairs to the upper floor. As he got near the staircase, he saw a couple of zombies near it. Bang bang, bang bang. Making quick work of them, Leon started to climb the stairs. Soon he reached the 2nd floor. Unlike the 1st floor, the 2nd floor didn't have any zombies. Leon carefully made his way to the men's locker room and entered inside. As Leon entered, he could immediately feel the change in temperature. It was extremely hot inside the room. Looking at the source of this heat, Leon let out a sigh. A bunch of broken pipes were letting out extremely hot steam, blocking his path. Leon, you idiot, why didn't you just get the crank when you went to meet Claire? Even though he said that Leon knew carrying a heavy item like a crank in a situation where everything was out to kill you was not a bright idea. What is Resident Evil and their obsession with cranks? Leon took a mental note to always carry a crank with him. Just when he was about to go out, he remembered his system. System, does the shop have a crank? Yes, dude, the system got everything. As the system said that a system panel opened in front of Leon. This is the crank that would fit in that hole. Pause. Why do you phrase it like that? This is the 2nd time you've made a bad, dirty joke. It is because the author has the humor of a child and thinks it is funny. Oh, after that, Leon looked at the crank in the system panel. Name, crank handle. Description, a crank handle. Price, 5 SP. Would you like to buy this item? Yes, no. While the description is really helpful, Leon said sarcastically. Thank you for the review, host grin. No, I didn't mean never mind. Realizing that the system was just fucking with him, Leon didn't say anything. At the top of the panel, his SP was displayed, which was currently 37. Wow, I am pretty rich. Clicking on yes, Leon purchased the crank handle. 5 SP has been deducted. Item has been stored in system inventory. Opening the system inventory, Leon saw a slot that said crank. Storing his handgun in the case, Leon summoned the crank. Placing the crank in the slot, he started to turn it. Soon the stream stopped, and the path was cleared. But first, looting time. Much to Leon's disappointment, most of the lockers were empty. He only found the portable safe, while was basically useless for him. One more left. Leon opened the last locker lazily. A zombie lunged out. Leon's eyes widened. He had forgotten about this jump scare, but why was it alive? His body acted on instinct. Quickly stepped to the side. He dodged the zombie's bit. He grabbed the zombie's hand and pulled it towards himself. While the zombie was coming towards him, he moved a bit to the side and used his foot to make it stumble. The zombie's head hit the locker. Leon quickly summoned his handgun and shot the zombie in the head. John Wick strikes again, Leon said, his tone a bit exited. While Leon was in his thoughts, thinking how cool his move must have looked if anyone else had watched, something violently broke through the door of the hallway he was about to go to. Oh shit, Leon muttered, looking at the creature. Liquor. Chapter 7. Oh hell nah. Liquor. The liquor, without wasting any time, attacked towards the direction of the gunshot. Bending his body, Leon barely dodged the licker's tongue. After the licker realized that its tongue hit nothing, it started to swing its tongue, looking for any target. Handgun would not be enough. I need to get closer. Quickly making a decision, Leon crouched down and quickly but quietly made his way towards the licker. The unaware licker that was about to leave after not finding any prey suddenly felt something hovering over its exposed brain. It tried to make a move, but it was too late. Bang! An extremely loud gunshot reverberated. The licker's brain exploded in a mix of blood and brain tissues. Yuck! Leon muttered, disgusted. Some of the blood and brain matter had landed on his clothes. In his hand he carried his trusted shotgun, which was responsible for the disgusting mess. While Leon was trying to clean the blood off himself, he felt a warmth passing through his body, but unlike the other time, it was much stronger and warmer. Wow, Leon spoke, amazed by the rush of power he felt. This feeling is quite addictive. System open shop. The familiar system window opened on his command. Checking his current financial status in the system, he was a bit taken aback. SP 44, holy smoke, it increased by, quote, Leon paused, taking a second to do the math. 12 points, that's a lot. Oi, system, how is the SP counted? SP depends on the killed target's threat level. If a zombie is smarter than a typical zombie, it's considered a high threat. So it's not just how strong the zombie is. The more Leon thought about it, the more sense it made. Is there, like, an average for every creature? Yes, host. An average zombie can be worth anywhere from 1 to 5 SP. While lickers are worth anywhere from 9 to 15. The Tyrant is worth a fixed 85 points, and the fully mutated Stage 3 infected William is worth 120 points. Leon nodded when the Tyrant was worth 85 points, but when he heard that Williams was worth 120 SP, he couldn't help but be shocked. Why is Williams worth that much more than Mr. X? That is because Host Williams is capable of mutating even further than Stage 3, which makes him a much bigger threat than the Tyrant. And if you have not forgotten, even the Stage 2 Williams was capable of killing a Tyrant with ease. So there is no comparison. Leon was shocked that William was capable of further evolution, but when he thought about it, that made sense. A chill went down his spine. Think about what a Stage 4 would be capable of. Not wanting to demotivate himself, he stopped thinking about it. As Leon was about to leave the men's locker room and make his way to the STARS office, he froze. Thump, thump, thump. Extremely loud and heavy footsteps were approaching his location. Oh hell nah, why is he here? I know the fight scene are lacking, I will work on that. To be continued.